Hi everybody, I'm Mary Burnett, Executive Senior Director with Mary Kay, and I am here today to teach you the most fabulous booking class. Wow, you are going to love it. Before we get going, I want to know, do you have a notebook and a pen in front of you? If you don't, put this on pause and go get one, because you're going to want to be able to review this stuff without having to look at the video all over again. So get that notebook together. We are going to talk about this fabulous booking system that I have used, I love, and I know you're going to love it too. Let me preface this by letting you know booking has never been a strong suit for me. And so when I heard about this, I thought, okay, this isn't intimidating. This is easy. This is something I can do and just be relaxed about doing it. So I think that's going to be the same results that you're going to have for it. Let me also give you some tips before I begin with everything here. This is going to be good for this system and everything else that you're doing in Mary Kay. You have 4 hours a day when you are hot. You can get stuff done. Your brain is going. And that's when you want to do your people activity. Come up with the ideas that you're going to do and then get them going right away. And you are magnificent. So you want to do those 4 hours when you're doing the people contact with Mary Kay. And the reason I brought this up right now is when we're making phone calls, many times we are waiting until we think it'll be a convenient time for them to talk. Well, if any of you have been making phone calls, you know, and they're not answering. And so you always have to leave a voicemail. And that's either when you call when it's convenient for them or if you call when it's not convenient for them. It doesn't make any difference. So you do your hot time when you are making your phone calls on this booking system. Next, you need to take 2 full days every week off and not do any Mary Kay. I'm so serious about this. You need to relax. You need to refresh. You need to have motivation come back again. You need to be excited to go back at it for 5 days. And then you take your 2 days off. Sometimes we're tempted, go, oh, I want to get all this stuff done. I'm going to work for 7 days and I'm going to really get a lot done. Well, you aren't. You're getting a little too tired. You're not effective. Your voice is kind of a drag. You don't ever want to do that. You're not going to get the results that you're looking for. You need those 2 days off. So if you take my advice on this, it's going to make a big, big difference in your Mary Kay career. Okay, let's get to our booking system. You are going to need 30 people you would like to facial. Write their names down and their phone numbers. Get the phone numbers before you start calling, because that's another thing that gets us all off track. When we go, oh, I got to find her phone number. So you get her phone numbers and her name, all 30 of them, set up before you start the calls. This is important. Then I also have a chart that I use so I can keep track of what I'm doing, and it keeps me from getting flustered. And so group A goes on, let's say Monday, but it's day 1. Write all 10 of those names down, and then you, this might be backwards, but anyway, you know what I mean. 10 names down with the phone numbers. Group B, 10 names down with the phone numbers. Group C, 10 names down with the phone numbers. So every day you're contacting 10 people. This system is making a difference because when we contact somebody the first time, our results are going to only be 2%. 2%. How many of us have made 1 or 2 contacts with somebody and then dropped it? We didn't get to the hot period, and so we start with day 1 with 2 contacts. You're going to have a dialogue. You're going to call, and of course, most of the time it's going to be a voicemail, and you're going to tell her what you're calling about. These dialogues are all set. You can go through them. You can tweak them. There's for referrals, for past customers, for all kinds of segments. And so you can look at that and figure out what you want to say, but get it down, practice it. I have to tell you something. When I started this, this is easy. I'm just going to pick up this dialogue and I'm just going to get going with it. And I thought, well, wait a minute, I better practice so I don't sound like I'm just reading everything. So I started practicing. I was so awful. Oh my gosh, I was so awful. And so I just kept practicing and practicing and practicing until it finally didn't sound like I was reading it. Well, that took me an hour and a half. And I had so much stress when I was doing it, and adrenaline and everything before I got this thing down, that I was exhausted. Well, that was day 1 of booking for me. I was done. So the next day is when I actually started doing the booking and the calling and using the dialogue that I had practiced and practiced and practiced the night before. And so when you first start the call, you can say something like, "Hi Jane, this is Mary Burnett from Mary Kay, and your friend Sally has given you a $25 gift certificate. Give me a call so I can fill you in on all the details. My number is," and if I don't hear from you in a couple days, no problem, I'll just give you a call back. That's the call. That's it. The text goes immediately after the call. Okay? "Hi Jane, I just left you a voicemail about a $25 gift certificate from Sally. Give me a call, phone number, so I can fill you in on the details." First contact. Now, that contact and the way you don't even give her all the information might arouse the curiosity enough that she'll give you more of a call back faster than if you use any other dialogue. So she's curious. She wants to know what details these are. The details are she is going to be getting an ultimate spa facial, complete with a microdermabrasion treatment, a satin lips treatment, and a satin hands treatment. Pure luxury. Her skin is going to be so soft, so look radiant, and it's all free. And you have gotten a $25 gift certificate from Sally. So if there's anything you want, you get $25 worth free. And that is what she's going to be getting. So that's how you're telling her about that. If you don't say, "and it's free," a lot of people say, "Well, how much is this going to cost me?" So say that right up front, okay? That's the first 2 contacts, the call, the text. Then the next day is group B. You do exactly the same thing. The next day is group C, and you do exactly the same thing. Now, some you have heard back on the text that said, "Thanks, but I'm not interested." Some will say, probably call, or they'll say, "What are the details?" So you're going to hear some back, maybe, and maybe not. It doesn't make any difference. It makes no difference. I said first contact is 2% that you're going to get response on. The next time, okay, you're done with Group C. Now we're jumping back to Group A. And we're going through that list again. And this time the voicemail is, "Hi, Jane. This is Mary Burnett from Mary Kay, and I'm just giving you a call again about the $25 gift certificate you got from Sally. So give me a call back, and I'll give you the details." And then you get the number, and then you say, "Oh, and if, hopefully you'll be able to get back to me, but I'll give you a call back in a few days if you don't." Text. All right, you go do that with A, B, and C. Third round, final round. This one, you're pulling back. And this is important, you guys. When you're talking to somebody and you want her to do this, do this, do this, do this, she's pulling back from you. But when you pull back, she's more likely to follow. So this is the push-pull call. Learn this from Mary Kay, and boy, does it ever work. So now I'm going to call her and I'm going to say, "Jane, this is Mary Burnett with Mary Kay about your $25 gift certificate from Sally. And I haven't heard from you, so I'm going to just assume you're not interested. I won't be calling you again. If you want to call me, my number is thanks, Sally," or Jane, or whoever I was talking to. Okay? Breakup call, push, taking it away from her. I just took it all away. Took it away. Well, here's where you're going to get your responses. They're going to respond to your text. They're going to call. They would never have done this if you wouldn't have taken it away from them. You got to take it away, and then they want it. So that is the system on how you contact the people and get that ready to do the bookings. Now, when you're scheduling her, I don't think it is in any of these scripts that way. They'll say you want an ultimate facial with 5 of your friends. Mary Kay always taught us that, first of all, you book a private facial. You don't include the subject of friends. Private facial. What works better for you? Beginning of the week, end of the week, evening, blah, blah, blah. Okay, get that all done. You want to explain to her what she's going to be getting. Then ask her it'll take about an hour, and what works better for you. Get the date, you get the time, everything is set, and then you say, "Jane, you are getting a $25 gift certificate automatically. But if you have 4 or 5 friends join you, you're going to get a $50 certificate. So what works better for you, a $25 gift certificate or a $50 gift certificate?" And then be quiet. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. We just unsell things so many times when we start talking. Quiet.